We are here at Blue Zone, and our next interview is Ben from Clobber Calm store. And today we're going to talk about how he went from an Instagrammer to a very successful retailer.
Yeah, my name's Ben Woodhouse. I'm from the north of England. I own a predominantly denim and leather goods store called Clobber Calm Supply Co. The area I'm in to Sheffield is what Shoreditch is to Oxford Street. Everybody's a bit more independent. It's all niche businesses. It's getting a really good drinking culture down there, which brings people. Well, for a lot of years before I was in this side of the denim industry, I worked for a vintage clothing wholesaler. Day in, day out, we used to grade and deal with denim, but it was always vintage denim. I grew a passion for it. I've always had a passion for clothing, and as stuff wears in and stuff like that, as we know, kind of went from trainers to leather jackets, bought a few very shit ones, and then eventually I dropped on a vintage shop when I was about 15 years old and penny dropped. So that started me love for vintage clothing. That developed till I worked for a really big wholesaler, and I used to see so much denim, so I used to just take a lot of pictures of it all. I didn't have anywhere to put the pictures, so I started an Instagram account to put them on. You know, I wanted to share it because I knew I was seeing stuff that not everybody gets to see. And then of course you start getting into suggestions and people start noticing your profile, and then the whole raw denim thing, the selvage denim thing started creeping in until eventually I was sort of more or less converted. I did get into a routine with it. I would do 3 posts a day. Like I sort of got into, I get up, have my breakfast, bang a post out, you know, my dinner time, I'll do another one, and then one before I went to bed. I think the whole vintage side of it probably helped a lot for me because we used to grade a lot of vintage Levi's. So people like Levi's used to pick up on it. They would regram my pictures on their social media. And then it started with my jeans and, you know, my boots and then my jackets, till eventually it just became completely self-absorbed. I think it was community that stood out to me most, and it still is. There's not very many communities that can be so masculine yet so friendly at the same time. So it's a very easy community to be part of. So the blog started in 2015 when the shop idea started last summer. I believe I got asked to come to a trade show like this. I thought, oh, that's unusual, but I couldn't go because I had a job. And then you get to know some brands, and so you start talking to them a little bit more, and you understand that there's probably an opportunity to retail them if you wanted. And because I come from a wholesale retail background, I kind of understood the process between it being an idea to getting it into a store. I'm a bit like a dog with a bone, so once I'd decided. I think I've needed it till now, but it's not the be all and end all. You can't build a business on having a large Instagram following. Like, that's one thing I learned. It's good for exposure and people finding out and word getting round, but everything I do that achieves sales, a lot of it's outside of Instagram.
People don't buy through Instagram.
No. The Instagram obviously plays a part and it's a really big thing, but it's not actually set up for retailers. It's not a platform for retailers. I don't think it's quite as simple as what people think. I think people think, oh, you've got 70,000 followers or 50,000 followers or 100,000 followers, and that's going to generate into instant sales, and it doesn't. If I get 3 visitors a week because of Instagram, they might all come and spend some good money, but it's 3 visitors a week on nearly 70,000 followers. That percentage is. But I don't think Instagram have really got their head round making it a retail platform yet either. Like Facebook genuinely put money into it, and with Instagram, basically, you tap a picture and price comes on. I think when I first set up and I intended to just be a retailer, in the back of my head, that might have been an option. But as I've moved on and sort of seen how it works and learned how it works a little bit more, I'm not actually sure if that's necessary for a while yet. I've got like a lot of space, so I can expand what I do quite a bit where I am. We do denim workshops. We did one with Mohsin. He came and did a history of denim workshop. We've got like a little event space in the back, you see, that we call Denim Bar. And I've actually set up a UK denim hangs. Because I got so many messages on Instagram because everybody travels and it's brilliant to see them and they all want a beer, but like I can't go out every night. So I'm like, right, let's just all get together at the same time. It's a bit like, ooh, I want to see what this is about. So, you know.
Thanks, Ben, for sharing your story. What we have learned from Ben is how a very successful Instagrammer became a retailer, and that is based on his passion and his drive, and it's about a way of life, and in his words, it's a denim lifestyle.